Hello everyone, Gilgameshik here again. Today we'll be talking about the else-if clause of the if condition. If you are not really sure where all this previous code came from, please take a look at the other two videos before this one, since they are all part of one long demo session, which I broke up into smaller pieces so that it will be easier to take a look at. Alright, we will start by giving an example of if with an else if statement. So if something, as you know, like this, else if, note that in Java they're actually written separately because else if actually really highly depends on the language you're programming it in. So this is how you write it in Java, in case you have some prior experience. So here we'll write a condition 1. So I equal to 1. Else if I equal to 2. Okay, and we'll print out if over here, and in case the else if is true, else if. Okay, so now when we run it, since we know what is the value, else if, because right now the value of I is 2. Okay, now let's try to just change it to 1. And it's going to be the if. Well, that's pretty logical. Same with else, only one of these gets executed at a time. One more important thing is that if the first condition is true, no other conditions will be checked. So for example, if I write one over here as well, if you think about it, you should first print this one, and then I'll also print this one because like I is equal to 1 and I is equal to 1, correct? So let's give it a try. Ooh, what is this? It only printed out the if. Let's just also, to make it less confusing, I'll remove these two from the previous tutorial, which you should have watched. Yeah, now it just prints one line, if. And yeah, why does this happen? Well, the thing is, as I told you, it checks the first condition. If that one is true, it does not check for any other condition, it just continues the code from over here after the condition is finished. If we created, let's say, two if conditions separately and both of them checked by 1, like checked if they're both equal to 1, it will obviously print both. That's why we want to use else if at times, because we do not want to just check the same condition again and again, and check different conditions, and we want to check that if the first condition is true, no other code gets executed, even if somewhere else there is another truth condition. So now let's try multiple if else, because that's also a thing, because you might be wanting to check a lot of different options, right? For example, if you want to print out a number from 1 to 10 in, let's say from 1 to 3 in words. So for example, I check 1 here and I'll print 1. I'll check if it's 2 here and I'll print 2. Then I'll check if another else if statement and else if clause, I'll check if it's 3. And if that's true, I'll print out current line 3. Let's give it a try. Since we know, okay, it printed this still, So it says 1. Now let's try to change the value of I to 3. And it prints out 3. How amazing, isn't it? Over here. So now, one last thing you should keep in mind is that no matter how many else steps are there, as soon as one is true, any condition is true, it will stop. It will just stop executing any after that. So it'll print out this line, let's say, and it will not go further. But therefore, only one of these 3, or even 4, 5, like how many ever there are, only one of them gets actually executed. And that will conclude today's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it, and so click subscribe and the like button, and be sure to leave a comment about what you think about the series, and have a nice day.